Now, as someone who was far from a vegetarian, I thought this would be an interesting product to test out and review for the channel. Today we're going to be looking at Krave, plant-based jerky. Now, there's a lot of beef jerkies on the market, a lot of different brands, a lot of different varieties, from beef jerky to turkey jerky to bacon jerky, which is my personal favorite because I'm not a big fan of the other ones. But what exactly is a plant-based jerky going to taste like? Now, Krave is a brand that does produce, I believe, regular beef jerky, and this is kind of interesting because from looking at it in like the little cubby hole it has, it kind of looks like dried out pulled pork, which is interesting. But this does say it's a good source of protein, it's vegan, and it's made from peas and fava beans, and there is 8 grams of protein per servings, non-GMO, and per bag it's 160 calories, only 3% of your daily amount of fat, 37% of your daily amount of sodium, 19 grams of protein in the bag itself. It does have some potassium, some iron, and some calcium in here. And we're going to be looking at the smoked Chipotle variety. So let's look at the little mission statement on the side. Now this does say, from the first bite, you'll know that Krave plant-based jerky is completely different than any other jerky you've tried. You get the same tender texture and bold taste that you've come to expect from Krave in a delicious new snack made from peas and fava beans. Vegan friendly with 8 grams of plant-based protein, it provides the fuel you need to tackle anything the day throws your way. Now, smoked Chipotle flavor says its slow roasted Chipotle brings the perfect balance of spice and smokiness to tender plant-based jerky. This tasty snack delivers both mouth-watering flavors and heat. Now, I like spicy food. I love spicy food when it comes to it. Like, buffalo chicken is one of my favorite cold cuts. I love hot peppers on almost everything. I can sit and chomp on jalapenos like it's no big deal until it becomes a big deal, and then I need some milk. But anyway, let's look at the ingredients. The plant-based jerky, as mentioned, is water, pea protein concentrate, fava bean protein, pea whole fiber, and salt. There's some cane sugar, gluten-free soy sauce, which is water, soybeans, salt, alcohol. Alcohol is an interesting one on here because it's not a derivative of alcohol. It just straight says alcohol. Now it says it contains 2% or less of the following spices: salt, white vinegar, tomato powder, natural flavors, brown sugar, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and paprika extract. And also, it says, please consume or refrigerate within 3 days after opening for optimum quality and freshness. Now, I'm a fan of bacon jerky, as I mentioned earlier. Beef jerky, not so much, and I've never had turkey jerky. So this is going to be an interesting one. I picked the smoked Chipotle flavor just because I thought it would be a flavor I would like, and a flavor that probably a lot of people are going to go to. So without further ado, let's open this up and see what it's all about. Smells decent. Kind of smells like dog food, but alright. But that's kind of what beef jerky I think has always smelled like to me, so I guess if you're a beef jerky fan, this might smell awesome. But one of the big things I'm going to say going into it already is plant-based derivatives of things can be very, very interesting. I've had Beyond Burgers before, they're cool. I've had, you know, the soy protein-based like chicken patties and chicken nuggets, and they're usually fine and spot on. But jerky is definitely an interesting one. So I'm a little nervous trying this, but one good sign in here is that it does have the normal jerky kind of freshness pack thingamabobber in here. So let's grab a piece or two. This, it looks so plasticky. I'm not gonna lie. It might be good, but it looks like a piece of wood, honestly. This is where it kind of looks like the pulled pork I was mentioning earlier. But let's go to the wood chunk, I guess we can call it. Okay, we're not gonna go to the wood chunk because this thing's hard as hell. Can't even freaking chew it. So we'll go to this. Let's see if it's a part I can chew. Maybe that's just defective. Yeah, that's a lot more chewable. So it's very tender, but make my jaw crack, make me feel like I'm breaking my jaw. But I've always had a sensitive jaw. Fun fact, I still can't really chew steak properly unless it's like finely cut or like a certain cut of steak. But this is minus that one piece. This isn't bad. It's kind of what I thought it was going to taste like based on the look. It does taste very pulled porky. And it's not bad. I'm very happy as it didn't taste like the dog food I thought it was going to. And that's no knock on Krave. That's no knock on how this smelled. But you ever open up like pet food and it's like an artificial taste to it? That's kind of artificial taste. It has an artificial scent to it. That's kind of what I was expecting with this. It's kind of what I thought this was going to go for. But it doesn't. Honestly, when you get some of these small pieces that are like already kind of cut up, because there's a few things in here, like these, they still kind of look like wood chunks to me. I'm probably just not going to be able to break them up because they're very, very tender. I feel like some of the part a lot better. Sorry guys, I know it's rude to speak with my mouth full, but so all in all, this is pretty decent jerky. I know it may have seemed like I was kind of ragging on it early on, but I really didn't know what to expect with plant-based jerky, and I'm not a fan of beef jerky. But as I mentioned earlier, bacon jerky is kind of the only jerky I'll eat. But this isn't bad. This has a very barbecue-y taste to it. I guess that's why I'm thinking pulled pork. But it almost tastes like these chunks were kind of just drenched in barbecue sauce. But the fact that a lot of the ingredients on here are all natural and it is non-GMO, it's definitely good for you with 19 grams of protein. The sodium's a little high, but I think jerky usually has a decent amount of sodium to it. So I'm not really holding that against it. It is okay, in my opinion, if you can get some of these smaller chunks that if you have a sensitive jaw like I do, you can break up. Obviously, I'm not ragging on it fully because you see me keep going into it to eating it. So there is a flavor in here that is pretty darn good. But with that being said, this is the first Krave product I've ever had. I don't think it's bad. I might try their other jerky if I'm ever in the mood for jerky now, but I don't think I would be. But it's not bad. It has a nice flavor to it. It has a nice tenderness and hardness, depending. But I guess that could also mimic sometimes how like thick and stiff meat can get. That sounded weird, but you know, in terms of jerky. But it's not bad. I would recommend it to someone if you're looking for like a plant-based alternative to beef jerky. You guys could try this out. I'm sure Krave sells this in a store near you, because Krave is a brand that's very much out there, at least here on the East Coast. In New Jersey it is, and they're out of Texas, so kind of would expect them to be everywhere. Like I said, this is a good jerky. If you guys are a fan of jerky, it might be a healthier alternative for you to try. Or if you know, are vegan, vegetarian, this might keep you still in the loop because it's 100% plant-based. So, you know, that's my little thoughts on it. It's alright. It's not really full on my cup of tea, but if I had something to snack on and this was it, it would be fine. I wouldn't complain. It's not bad tasting. It's just thick and tender and a little. I don't like is kind of an actual adjective for me for things. I don't really know what it fully means, but I think you guys understand as I'm reviewing. But flavor's fine. Like I said, if you like pulled pork, if you like ribs, the flavor's going to be there for you. If you like jerky, you'll probably like this. So try this one out, guys, by Krave. It's plant-based jerky. It's bold, tender, and tasty. At least that's what it claims. You guys have heard my review. If you've had Krave plant-based jerky before, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch you later, guys. See you, bye. Happy Memorial Day weekend if you're watching this as I'm putting it up. Stay safe out there, but enjoy yourself. Peace out, peeps.